I've previously made 2 different videos about Thomas the Tank Engine, and neither of them are very good. It's about time I try to mend my broken relationship with the Thomas community, and I think I know what I need to do for that to happen. But first, I must right a wrong that I made all those years ago in regards to the infamous episode, The Sad Story of Henry. In my first Thomas the Tank Engine video, I talked about the episode where Henry gets bricked up by the Fat Controller. Well, okay, saying that I talked about it is being a bit generous. In reality, I made a video watching another video where someone else talks about the episode where Henry gets bricked up. By far, my biggest regret as a YouTuber is not starting to write scripts for my videos way sooner than I did. One of my mates from college suggested that I at least took notes before I recorded so that my videos would have more structure to them, but for whatever reason, I didn't for a long time, and the content definitely suffered as a result. The commentary was just whatever managed to pop into my head in that moment, and all my videos were essentially just glorified reaction videos, including this one. All of this is to say, going into this video, I did not do a lot of research. I mean, admittedly, the channel I was reacting to didn't do much research either, but I guess that's the consequence of copying someone's homework, isn't it? In this video, I talk about, or react to someone else talking about the episode where Henry refuses to leave a tunnel as to not let the rain ruin his lovely green paint. So the thick cock troller, Sir Topham Fat, decides to build a great wall around the tunnel so Henry will remain there for always and always and always. I love this shot of them just glaring at him after the wall is built. You want the tunnel? Well, you can have your fucking tunnel forever now. Bye-bye. In my first video, I assumed that this was how the story ended. Obviously, I knew he was out of the tunnel in later episodes, but I thought that this individual episodic story wanted us to conclude that Henry was left to spend the remainder of his days trapped in this tunnel, rusting away.
Yeah, you know what? You thought wrong!
Several people would kindly inform me that this was in fact not how the story ended. In the very next episode, titled Come Out Henry, Topham actually allows Henry to leave his prison. Had I have done just a few minutes worth of research, I could have learnt this. I would like to formally apologise to the Thomas community for the misinformation that I helped to spread. Henry was not left in the tunnel forever. The sad story of Henry was not nearly as dark as I made it out to be, and for saying otherwise, I am very, very sorry. However, even with this new information, I would still argue that this whole situation is absolutely ridiculous. You want to know why Henry was let out of the tunnel? It wasn't because the Fat Controller realised he overreacted and had a change of heart. It was because Gordon just so happened to break down right next to the tunnel, and they needed another strong engine to pull the express away. Hell, the Fat Controller even says this right after Gordon breaks down.
I never liked these big engines. Always going wrong.
Wow, what a nice guy. Ironically, had I have done more research all those years ago, I would have found more evidence that the Fat Cunt's troller was a massive arsehole. But let's say for argument's sake, that Fat Man was always planning to let Henry out of the tunnel and just decided to do so a little earlier due to the unfolding situation. Well then, why the hell did he waste so much time, money and resources on this stupid brick wall that would become entirely pointless shortly after building it? All for the purpose of teaching this train the lesson to never, under any circumstances, step out of line. How could he just play around with stuff like this? Is this guy just the richest man in the world who somehow can't afford a hair transplant? Or has he just gone mad with power and started throwing bricks around like it's nothing? I suppose we'll never know, will we? You fat bastard.
You fat bastard.
Alright, to cap off this mostly very piss-takey video, I feel like it would only be right to actually say some positive things about the classic Thomas and Friends series. This show absolutely oozes charm and personality. Everything from the sets, to the animatronics, to Ringo Starr's narration, it all comes together to create one of the most unique, not just kids shows, but one of the most unique shows of all time. There really is no other show quite like it, which is a shame considering how generic the show feels nowadays. I also appreciate how, even though the show is clearly aimed at a younger audience, it isn't afraid to explore dark and creepy territory. It shows that they respect their audience and actually want to challenge them instead of just trying to pander to them and ironically completely failing. And while the show may not be as special as it once was, I think it's great that the show continues to inspire new generations to develop an interest in steam locomotives. They might not be my thing personally, but preserving history is such an important thing, and for such a popular and beloved show to centre around such iconic, old-fashioned technology, it allows these fantastic machines to forever be remembered, talked about, loved, and cherished. So there you go. You're a good show, Thomas. Doesn't mean I won't take the mick every now and then. I'm Monobrow, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all as a changed man.